Okay, hold up. How on earth did Yoshi somehow manage to afford getting his own flippin' island? Huh. Maybe it was because of all those coins he collected with Mario, back in Super Mario World a few years prior. I mean, what the heck is this? Gilligan's Island? But now with a whole bunch of Yoshis all over it?
Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, or just Yoshi's Island for short, the game where Yoshi, everyone's favorite sacrifice, became the world's most dangerous babysitter. I gotta say, Yoshi isn't doing a very good job taking care of baby Mario, as he constantly gets hit by all sorts of enemies everywhere, but boy howdy does he still try his best anyway. Released on August 5th, 1995, for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, this game showed us just how difficult it really is to babysit a child. I mean, just think about it. Trying to prevent a kid from burning down the house, or even worse, opening a portal to another dimension, is no easy task, and Yoshi definitely knows this. I certainly wouldn't want to be in his shoes. No way, no how.
So why are there only 6 worlds in this game, instead of 8 worlds like most other Mario games out there? How the heck is Yoshi somehow able to flutter in the air? Why can't baby Mario just take care of himself instead? And why are Yoshi's voice clips only in the Game Boy Advance version of this game? Well, time to go on some ultimate babysitting adventures with our boy Yoshi.
Our story begins a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Well, okay, not really. Here, we see a stork delivering baby Mario and baby Luigi to their parents, while violently rocking them back and forth. Not very safe if you ask me. But suddenly, an evil Magic Koopa named Kamek appears out of nowhere, and snatches both babies from the stork. Well, one of the babies, actually. The other baby, baby Mario, ends up falling from the sky, all the way down to the middle of the open ocean. Oh no! But luckily, baby Mario safely falls onto an island, Yoshi's Island that is, and lands right on top of Yoshi's back, as Yoshi takes a nice leisurely stroll outside. Meanwhile, Kamek realizes he accidentally stole just baby Luigi, instead of both babies, so he sends his toadies to kidnap baby Mario and bring him to his castle. And so, Yoshi and all his friends decide to carry baby Mario across the entire island, in order to reach baby Luigi and officially rescue him from the evil clutches of Kamek and his toadies.
Alright, now wait a minute. So you're telling me that Mario, as an infant, can fall from thousands of feet in the air, land on a green dinosaur's back, and be completely fine, but as an adult, he can't fall more than 6 feet in Donkey Kong. Psh, faker.
This game is a 2D side-scrolling platformer where you play as the titular character Yoshi in simple run-and-jump gameplay, similar to the mainline Mario series. You have to navigate between platforms and defeat all sorts of enemies, in order to reach the end of each increasingly difficult level. You play as one of several different colored Yoshis, who each take turns traveling through all 48 levels across 6 worlds, so you can rescue baby Luigi and reunite the 2 Mario brothers. You can also collect coins to earn extra lives, and Yoshi still retains his long and stretchy tongue from Super Mario World. Thank Neptune for that. The game focuses a lot more on solving puzzles and collecting items than most other 2D platformers out there, with items like special flowers and red coins for you to find. Each level has 5 special flowers and 20 red coins in total, and you'll have to nab all these items if you want to fully complete every stage. If you collect all 5 special flowers in a stage, you get an extra life. These levels come in a variety of different themes, such as crystal caves, ski slopes, and fiery dungeons. Every 4th stage, 2 in each world, is a castle with a boss fight at the end of it. Each boss is basically just a larger version of a previous enemy you've already encountered, which is kinda lame.
Like seriously, why the heck are these bosses just bigger versions of enemies you've already seen before, instead of brand new original enemies? It doesn't make any sense. It's like pouring cereal into a bowl, and then adding milk to it afterwards. I mean, everyone knows it's milk first, then bowl, and then cereal.
In a style that's brand new to the series, this game features a gorgeous coloring book-like aesthetic, with all these scribbled, hand-drawn paper crayon backgrounds everywhere you look. It's truly unique, never duplicated. I'm kinda surprised more games at the time didn't go for a crazy art style like this. Anyway, in order to give the gameplay a more gentle and relaxed pacing, the levels don't have any time limits, and they feature more exploration elements than previous games. Since Yoshi is now the main focus of the game, he was given a brand new moveset. Expanding on your trademark tongue ability for swallowing enemies, you have the ability to flutter jump, throw eggs, and transform into all sorts of wacky vehicles. The flutter jump gives you a secondary boost when you hold down the jump button. This would become Yoshi's official signature move, similar to that of Luigi from both versions of Mario 2, one of which is, you know, the Forbidden Game. You can also perform a ground pound by pressing down on the D-pad while in midair, in order to bury certain objects and break through soft ground.
And apparently, this iconic ground pound move actually made its first appearance in this game, which means Mario stole this move from Yoshi and used it himself in Mario 64. I'll bet you guys didn't know that at first. Well, guess what? Y'all just got learnt.
Just like in Super Mario World, Yoshi can use his long and stretchy tongue to grab enemies from a distance, and then eat them from McDonald's. But in this game, swallowed enemies can immediately be spat out as projectiles, or stored for later use as an egg. From there, you can individually aim and fire these eggs at your enemies with a brand new targeting system. The eggs can also bounce off some surfaces in the environment, and you can use this mechanic to pull off all sorts of cool trick shots. Up to 6 eggs can be stored this way, and they always trail behind you at all times. You can also eat certain items for special abilities. For instance, different colored watermelons allow you to shoot projectiles from your mouth. The green watermelons let you shoot seeds like a machine gun, the red ones let you shoot fire like a flamethrower, and the blue ones let you shoot ice like, well, a snow thrower, I guess. I mean, you get these from flippin' watermelons for the sake of Pete. Yoshi's Island ain't messin' around. Other power-ups can transform you into vehicles, such as cars, drills, submarines, and helicopters. In each one of these transformations, you have to reach a Yoshi box at the end of the section before the time runs out. You also have these sections where you actually play as Baby Mario himself. Here, Baby Mario is completely invulnerable, can run up walls, and wears a yellow cape, possibly a reference to the cape feather from Super Mario World.
Oh wow, you can actually play as Baby Mario in some sections of the game? That's so cool! In fact, this makes Baby Mario almost as cool as Michael Jackson. Now, I do wish he was still with us today, but alas, Michael Jackson has heed his last he.
Now, technically speaking, Yoshi is virtually invincible in this game, as he can take as many hits as he wants to without losing any lives. However, every time Yoshi gets hit, yeah, that definitely won't get annoying at all. If you get hit by an enemy, Baby Mario falls off Yoshi's back, floats in a bubble, and starts bawling his eyes out. I mean, he is a baby after all. Crying is just something babies do for some reason. While this is happening, a timer in the top right corner of the screen will begin counting down to 0 until you rescue Baby Mario from his bubble. But if the timer runs out, Kamek's evil toadies arrive and kidnap Baby Mario, which makes Yoshi somehow lose a life. Okay? You can actually increase the timer by obtaining these tiny bouncing stars, touching a checkpoint ring halfway through a level, or collecting certain power-ups. However, you lose a life instantly if you come into contact with obstacles like pits, lava, and thorns. I mean, they do say every rose has its thorn.
Okay, hold up. Why does Baby Mario float inside a bubble every time he falls off Yoshi's back? Once again, that makes no sense whatsoever. It's like using a ruler to measure how long you slept.
Similar to Super Mario World, you have the ability to hold an extra power-up in reserve. These power-ups include a +10 star, which adds 10 more seconds to Baby Mario's timer, and a magnifying glass, which reveals all the hidden red coins in a level. These power-ups can be acquired in several types of minigames, which you can sometimes play in between stages. At the end of each level, you have to jump through a giant goal ring, and the Yoshi you're currently playing as tosses Baby Mario to the next Yoshi. The more special flowers you collect in a stage, the more special flowers appear in the goal ring. If the goal ring lands on a special flower, you get to play a fun bonus challenge minigame, where you can try gaining some extra lives. If you somehow manage to 100% complete all 8 levels in a world, finishing with all special flowers, red coins, and a full 30 seconds on the Baby Mario timer, you unlock 2 secret bonus levels in that world. You also have 3 save files to choose from on the title screen, just like in Super Mario World. But unlike in that game, you can actually copy the files here. Why Super Mario World wouldn't allow you to do that is beyond me.
Like seriously, why can't you copy the files in Super Mario World, but you can in Yoshi's Island? I mean, Super Mario World without file copying? What's next? Deep Cut without Big Man? Rhythm Heaven without Hubert? Or Crocs without the funny holes in them?
The SNES version of this game features a few hidden 2-player co-op minigames, which can only be accessed with a specific button combination. Don't ask me what combination that is. But the Game Boy Advance version, on the other hand, adds an exclusive bonus level for each world you 100% complete. This version also includes 4-player co-op support via link cables, but only for playing the original Mario Bros. Arcade game, not the main game itself. This little pack-in feature is also included in the other 3 Mario Advance games as well. Yep, you heard me. This game actually has a Game Boy Advance version, so you can now officially play the game portably, anytime, anywhere. However, there are a few problems with this version of the game. There's a little bit of screen crunch, the colors are kinda washed out, and there's also some graphical limitations here and there. For instance, whenever Yoshi touches a fuzzy and gets dizzy, the background stays still, instead of warping back and forth like in the original version. But these problems are just because it's on a portable system, rather than a home console. Well, at least this version has various Yoshi voice clips in it, so that's a plus right there.
Wait, how the heck does touching a fuzzy somehow make Yoshi dizzy? I mean, are these fuzzies, like, filled with alcohol? Are they secretly making Yoshi drunk or something?
So, after reaching the final castle, Yoshi and Baby Mario finally encounter Kamek face to face, who is in the service of Baby Bowser. Yes, Bowser is also a baby in this game as well. It turns out that Baby Bowser wanted to kidnap the Baby Mario brothers too, when Kamek foresaw that they would eventually foil his evil plans in the near future. I mean, what is he, some kind of psychic? After a brief battle with Baby Bowser, Kamek sprinkles some magical pixie dust all over him, causing him to basically turn into Godzilla. Now, with Baby Bowser the size of Mongolia, Yoshi has to fight him once again, but this time with a brand new 3D perspective, along with a totally epic final boss theme that sounds like it came straight out of a flippin' rock concert. After Yoshi defeats Baby Bowser a second time, he is officially defeated for good. Kamek then picks up Baby Bowser and flies him all the way to the moon, for various reasons I just can't comprehend. But after all is said and done, Yoshi rescues Baby Luigi and the stork, who is hanging upside down from a rope. And so, the stork successfully delivers Baby Mario and Baby Luigi to their parents in the Mushroom Kingdom, and our heroes are officially born. The end.
And now for the flaws. Let's get to them before Baby Mario starts crying once again.
The first flaw that I have with this game is actually something I mentioned earlier, and it's the fact that all the bosses in this game are just larger versions of previous enemies you've already encountered. I mean, talk about unoriginality, am I right? Why couldn't the developers just make original enemies as bosses instead? We've already seen these types of enemies several times before in previous levels, so what gives, man? I will say though, I do like this one boss in World 3, where a tiny frog just straight up eats Yoshi for Burger King. And when Yoshi exits the frog's body, he looks like he's seen some serious shump. Anyway, the second flaw with the game is also something I previously mentioned, and it's, of course, Baby Mario's constant crying. It's just so loud and obnoxious. Yeah, I know it was most likely programmed that way on purpose, as an incentive to get you to rescue Baby Mario from his bubble, but it still isn't pleasant for your listening holes. Like seriously, his crying will make you want to put some earplugs in, and then put on a comfy pair of headphones over them, like Patrick Star did that one time. Sheesh. I mean, why on earth does Baby Mario cry so much in this game? It's really weird. In fact, it's even weirder than that one time I saw a man shellfish on the beach last summer.
Oh wow! It's a man shellfish! Never seen one in the wild before!
Whoa, sorry about that, little buddy. I didn't mean to scare you.
But despite all these flaws, this game is quite possibly one of, if not the, greatest 2D platformer of all time. And I really mean that. This truly is one of the biggest and most beautiful looking games ever made, and it effortlessly creates just enough gameplay ideas to constitute its own franchise. This game easily deserves to be credited for perfecting the 2D platforming genre, and all the new power-ups give the gameplay and level design some great range. So with that being said, I'm giving Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island 96 out of 100 Mario hats. The coloring book art style in this game is an absolute pleasure on the eyes, and it's unlike any other SNES game out there. Oh, and the game's soundtrack will definitely give you goosebumps and tingles all over your skin, especially the end credits theme. You can clearly tell the developers didn't rely on flashy graphics or jazzy effects just to cover an empty game, and I applaud them for that. This game really is one of the last of a dying breed, a 16-bit game that showcases real heart, creativity, and charm. Keep on laying those eggs and tossing them at your enemies, everybody!
Okay guys, so next time we meet, we'll be taking a look at Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Yep, that's right. Donkey Kong is officially back and better than ever, armed with his trusty sidekick Diddy Kong, in a wacky and crazy island-filled adventure. And if you thought the graphics in Yoshi's Island looked amazing, then you clearly haven't seen any of the pre-rendered 3D sprites this game has to offer, so stay tuned for that. Oh, and remember, gaming is not a crime. Until then, and stay awesome sauce.
Huh, I wonder what happens if I touch these fuzzies.
This is indeed a disturbing universe.